So in today's video, we're talking about the law of minimum and the law of return. Two very simple concepts that'll help you out in your garden or green space. Justus Liebig was a German scientist who is considered one of the founders of organic chemistry. He formulated the concept known as the law of minimum, which states, a plant's yield is limited by its most limited nutrient. In other words, a plant is only as strong as its lacking nutrient.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Now there are 16 essential nutrients that all plants need to grow. And if any of these 16 are lacking in terms of need by the plant will be limited in growth and eventual production. In order to prevent your plants from having minimum nutrients, we can apply the law of return made famous by Sir Albert Howard. Sir Albert is known as the father of modern composting, and as the title suggests, composting in essence is the law of return.
Do you even bother to compost?
Where we do as nature does and recycle all organic materials back to the soil. For example, if a tomato plant grew in the wild, it would grow stems, leaves, fruit, and then it would die. Now the seed of that plant would die in or around that decaying matter, and eventually that matter would break down and provide nutrients to the seed and eventually help it to grow. Now for the average gardener, we don't just let our plants grow wild, die, and then reproduce. I personally will pull out the spent plant in order to make room for something new. But instead of throwing that dead plant away, what we can do is compost it in order to get back those nutrients that the plant had absorbed and eventually provide that broken down compost into the next generation of plants. And having one compost pile with a diverse amount of organic material will eventually benefit your plants when all that compost is broken down. And that's because you have multiple sources from multiple plants, each being broken down and providing different nutrients in your pile, which then you can supply to your new plants. Now, if you want to learn more about composting, I have a dedicated video on how to help you get started. So I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And as always, you won't get a harvest if you don't sow seeds. Peace.